Great. Hello, everybody. Hi, Lawrence KF. Nice for jumping in and talking about USDT right away. It is the 4th of October, 2023. This is Hashed Out Daily Crypto News with Cryptopolitan. I'm your host, Philip Cripe. Nice to have you guys with us. Let's jump right in and see what's going on today. I don't have any, words of wisdom or anything special planned before we jump into the news. Celsius Network's ambitious restructuring plan. Celsius Network has submitted a request to a New York court for final approval of its restructuring plan. A new entity called NewCo is set to emerge with an initial infusion of $450 million in seed funding. Celsius Network remains steadfast in its pursuit of a successful restructuring. So they're trying to fix what was broken, I guess. Chainalysis to lay off 150 employees amid a crypto winter. Chainalysis shifts focus to government contracts amid crypto winter. Layoffs signal strategic pivot in response to market challenges. Cryptocurrency analytics firm adapts for profitability and resilience. That's crazy. That's 15% of its workforce of 900 as the company pivots away from the commercial sector to focus on government contracts. This strategic shift comes as the cryptocurrency market experiences a prolonged downturn, resulting in reduced demand for Chainalysis products. This marks the second round of layoffs for the company, which was valued at $8.6 billion in 2022. Cryptocurrency and analytics company Chainalysis has announced significant layoffs as it navigates the ongoing crypto winter. The move to cut approximately 150 employees, or 15% of its workforce. Wow. I guess government contracts aren't helping that much. Hi, anonymous user 51C0E and Vasil Ovidiu and Binance user 217D5. Nice to have you guys with us. So the IMF unveils CRAM, a new approach to assess crypto risks. The IMF has unveiled a pioneering three-step to comprehensively evaluate the macro financial risks associated with crypto. The IMF's assessment underscores the volatility of cross-border capital flows as a significant concern. The IMF's approach is characterized by its commitment to neutrality and objectivity. We'll see about that. It's the International Monetary Fund. Silvergate Bank's collapse blamed on crypto focus and nepotism. Silvergate Bank's crypto dependence and ineffective management led to its collapse, warns federal inspector. Voluntary liquidation spared taxpayers but highlights risks in crypto-centric banking. Nepotism in senior management eroded Silvergate Bank's risk management, per the Federal Reserve report. Interesting. Nepotism makes sense for sure. The fact that it was crypto-centric is interesting, as that being a reason for its downfall. Maybe that means we should make Web3 products that also serve Web2 if we want resilience, no matter what the market looks like for crypto. Signum Singapore secures major payment institution license from MAS. So the MAS is the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Signum Singapore secures MPI license, expanding crypto services in APAC. That's the Asia Pacific. Rapid approval showcases Signum's commitments to compliance in Singapore. Growing competition in Singapore's crypto market with Coinbase's MPI approval. There's a lot going on over there. Signum, Coinbase, a few others. It's growing over there quite quickly. Ethereum futures ETFs record low investment on their debut. Ethereum futures ETFs experienced limited investment interest after the much anticipated launch. Challenges in the crypto ETF landscape. Let's see. On October 2nd, these 9 ETF products made their debut, with the primary aim of tracking futures contracts linked to the value of Ethereum's native cryptocurrency Ether. Among these ETFs, 5 are exclusively focused on Ether futures, while the remaining 4 track a combination of Bitcoin and Ether futures contracts. So Ethereum futures ETFs recorded about $2 million in one day. I wouldn't say that's bad. Eric Balchunas, a senior Bloomberg ETF analyst, expressed his sentiments on the launch, describing it as a pretty meh day of volume in a tweet. In total, all 9 Ethereum futures ETFs collectively recorded trading volumes of less than $2 million during the first day of trading as of midday Eastern Time. Among these new ETF products, the most popular was Valkyrie's Bitcoin Strategy ETF, which tracks a combination of Bitcoin and Ether. It accumulated a total trading volume of $882,000. Notably, this ETF had previously been trading as a Bitcoin-only futures ETF since October 2021, but adjusted its strategy to include exposure to ETH. Comparing the first day trading volumes of Ethereum futures ETFs to the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF's debut in October 2021 reveals a stark difference. The Bitcoin Strategy ETF launched during a booming period for crypto assets, witnessed over $1 billion in trading volume on its initial day. However, Balchunas offered some perspective, noting that when compared to traditional finance ETF launches, the trading volume seen on the first day was actually quite a lot. He also pointed out that investors typically favor spot ETF products over those based on futures. So these are futures ETFs. The spot ETFs haven't come out yet. So we'll see what happens next. But Balchunas shed light on the coordinated launch of all these products on the same day. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission orchestrated this simultaneous release to prevent any single fund from gaining market dominance. Despite the competitive landscape and various U.S. firms vying for prominence in the emerging Ether futures market, ETF firm Volatility Shares decided to cancel its plans to list a similar product. The company explained that it didn't see an opportunity at the present moment. The launch of these Ethereum futures ETFs marks a significant development in the cryptocurrency investment space. It reflects the growing interest among investors in gaining exposure to cryptocurrencies through regulated investment vehicles. However, the initial trading volumes suggest that while there is enthusiasm for these products, they have yet to attract substantial involvement and investment dollars compared to their Bitcoin counterparts. And it remains to be seen how these ETFs will perform in the evolving landscape of cryptocurrency investments. It's possible the SEC has something to do with the lack of enthusiasm for the. Although they've been confirmed by the SEC, so you would think it would be okay, right? Hi, anonymous user 55,090. Nice to have you with us. CFTC chairman discusses regulatory clarity in 2023. Chairman Rostin Behnam gave a keynote address on regulatory clarity and progress at an event in Chicago. He notes the achievements of his agency in 2023, a substantial $6 billion in penalties during fiscal year 2023. He pointed out that a notable portion of these enforcement actions, 45 out of 131, were related to digital assets, accounting for over 34% of such actions brought by the Commission since 2015. Hey, Bachar007, nice to have you with us. Hong Kong registers impressive market activities amid current bear market. Hong Kong has registered impressive. Okay, let's look at this. Hong Kong's active over-the-counter cryptocurrency market has seen impressive performance, recording a trading volume of $64 billion in the past year. This figure is remarkably close to China's $86.4 billion, despite the country having a significantly smaller population. This strong presence in the crypto market has persisted despite global uncertainties surrounding cryptocurrencies and the decline in transaction values in both China and Hong Kong over the past year, largely due to Beijing's strict stance on crypto assets. Interesting. So Hong Kong's still going infinite. Leaks. What happens to jump trading and Virtue Financial and the FTX scandal? Going Infinite, a book by Michael Lewis, reveals that jump trading lost $206 million in the FTX collapse, one of the largest sums lost by any entity not owned by FTX or Alameda Research. The book discloses that nearly half of the $8.7 billion owed to FTX account holders was concentrated in the 50 biggest accounts, many of which were linked to FTX employees, including ex-FTX COO Constance Wang, who faced personal losses of around $25 million. Going Infinite also uncovers extravagant endorsement deals by FTX, including a $162.5 million 5-year deal with Major League Baseball and a $105 million 7-year deal with video game developer Riot Games, raising questions about FTX's financial management. Yeah, you'd think so. Even more questions, right? Than we already had. India takes charge, a global crypto database incoming to transform regulation. India is planning to establish a global database covering all crypto exchanges, including those on the dark web, to enhance its ability to detect cryptocurrency-related crimes. The database will provide crucial information on cryptocurrency assets to law enforcement agencies. This move aligns with G20 leaders' consensus on implementing a crypto asset reporting framework proposed by the OECD. That's interesting. Optimism unveils testnet of fault-proof system, eyes decentralization. Up Labs has released a testnet version of its new fault-proof system aimed at enhancing the security and decentralization of the Optimism network. The fault-proof system is modular and consists of 3 components, allowing networks to customize their own fraud prevention mechanisms, thereby potentially boosting the entire ecosystem's security. Op Labs CEO Carl Flursch indicates that the system will move Optimism closer to full decentralization, removing the need for trusted parties in network activities and opening the door for community participation in fraud prevention. The more involved in fraud prevention, the better. Sam Bankman-Fried takes his insurance provider to court. Sam Bankman-Fried has filed a lawsuit against his insurance provider, CNA, for allegedly failing to cover his legal fee defense costs in ongoing fraud trials. The insurance policy in question is part of a multi-layered D&O, directors and officers, insurance structure involving multiple companies and insurance providers, adding complexity to the legal landscape. As Bankman-Fried faces a fraud trial in Manhattan, the dispute with CNA adds another layer of legal challenges, spotlighting the intricate interplay of legal and financial issues in the crypto world. Fun. Very fun. Let's see. Meta reportedly plans to downsize staff in Metaverse Silicon Unit. Meta plans to downsize its Reality Labs division, specifically the unit focusing on custom silicon for augmented and virtual reality hardware. Despite investing over $36 billion in Reality Labs since 2019, Meta has faced challenges in chip development and has not achieved a mainstream hit in the augmented or virtual reality space. Other tech giants like Apple and Microsoft have also slowed down their augmented and virtual reality projects, indicating industry-wide challenges in both technological development and consumer demand. It's too expensive to be something that you can just use everywhere. The SEC doubles down, urges judge to keep Coinbase lawsuit alive. The SEC has asked a federal judge to deny Coinbase's motion to dismiss a lawsuit, arguing that the cryptocurrency exchange acted as a national securities exchange broker and a national securities exchange, a broker, and a clearing agency without proper registration. Coinbase had requested the case be dismissed, claiming that the digital assets and services it offers do not qualify as securities and thus fall outside the SEC's jurisdiction. Yikes. Ripple defeats SEC again as judge denies critical appeal bid. Oh. A U.S. District Court Judge, Annalisa Torres, has denied the SEC's request to appeal the case against Ripple Labs. The SEC still has the option to appeal after the case formally concludes in April. So we'll see how that goes. Interesting. Binance announces major changes to BUSD services amid regulatory concerns. Binance is phasing out BUSD lending services by October 25th due to regulatory pressures, with a complete halt of all BUSD-related offerings planned by 2024. Amid these changes, Binance recommends users transition to alternative stablecoins, particularly highlighting the First Digital USD, FDUSD by First Digital Group. It's an interesting one to highlight. I wonder if it's because Aptos is behind it as well. Celsius founder to face serious allegations in upcoming 2024 trial. Alex Mashinsky, ex-CEO of Celsius, is slated for a 2024 trial over allegations of defrauding customers and misrepresenting the company's financial status. Celsius faces legal challenges from both the SEC and CFTC, leading to the freezing of Mashinsky's significant assets. Amidst the turmoil, Celsius creditors have approved a reorganization plan offering payments in major cryptocurrencies and equity in a new entity named Nuco. We talked about Nuco earlier. Hi, Binance user DE44D and BPP5Q33NI1 Freebox. Nice to have you guys with us. All right. Ripple secures significant digital payment license in Singapore. Ripple has been granted a full-fledged digital payment tokens license by the Monetary Authority of Singapore, reinforcing its position in the Asia-Pacific financial landscape. On the same day, a U.S. judge ruled in favor of the payment company, dismissing the Securities and Exchange Commission's motion for an interlocutory appeal on an ongoing lawsuit. Interesting. There's a lot going on with Singapore today. Banque de France Deputy Governor on CBDC's global impact. What do you have to say? Dennis Beau, First Deputy Governor of Banque de France, highlights CBDCs as a pivotal force reshaping the international monetary system. Beau underscores the need to prioritize cross-border issues in CBDC development, emphasizing proactive measures over afterthoughts. Banque de France's involvement in Project Mariana, alongside Singapore and Switzerland, achieves a milestone in automated market maker. We did talk about that recently. So he delivered these remarks on October 3rd. He pointed on the approach championed by the International Monetary Fund and the Bank for International Settlements. The strategy focuses on the creation of regional or global CBDC platforms. Standardized wholesale CBDCs could be directly exchanged on these platforms, facilitating payment versus payment and delivery versus payment transactions. We'll see how that goes. South Korea's top players collaborate on wholesale CBDC pilot. The Bank of Korea, in collaboration with financial regulators and the Bank for International Settlements, is set to conduct trials for the implementation of a CBDC in the fourth quarter of 2024. The system will be overseen jointly by the Central Bank, the Financial Services Commission, and the Financial Supervisory Service. The project aims to provide an alternative payment system that may prove to be more stable and practical, potentially setting regulatory guidelines for stablecoins. We'll see. Hi, Binance user F2BFE. I believe it is possible to help you. Just ask the guys here what you need. Department of Justice persists on Bankman-Fried charges despite crypto law void. The U.S. Department of Justice is unwavering in its legal pursuit against FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried over alleged misuse of customer funds. Bankman-Fried's trial began on Tuesday and is rife with debates over evidence. The Department of Justice believes that U.S. crypto regulatory ambiguity doesn't hinder fraud charge pursuits. I guess that makes sense because there's already existing laws that cover that kind of thing. So whether the payments were in crypto or in fiat currency doesn't matter for that. That absolutely makes sense. All right, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap today and see what's going on. So Bitcoin's up from where it was yesterday, from when I checked, but it's still down over the last 24 hours. It's down 0.02% to $27,514.49. Today, the Fear and Greed Index is at 44, which is pretty much the same as what it was yesterday, even though yesterday there were only 5 cryptos that had gained any sort of uptick or momentum in the last 24 hours when we checked yesterday. So we'll see how it is today. Ethereum is at $1,642.32, down 1.10% over the last 24 hours. Still up over the last 7 days, as is Bitcoin. BNB is $212.59 at the moment, down 0.76% in the last 24 hours. XRP is at 53 cents 08, up 4.14% in the last 24 hours. Solana Sol is down 4.44% in the last 24 hours to $23.27. ADA is down 2.69% in the last 24 hours to 25 cents 6. Dogecoin is down 1.39% over the last 24 hours to 6 cents 096. TRX from Tron is up 1.22% to 8 cents 877. 10 from 10 coin is down 2.74% over the last 24 hours to $1.98. Matic on Polygon is up 3.55% to 58 cents 37. And Dot from Polkadot is down 2.54% over the last 24 hours to $4.02. Let's look at the biggest losers in the last 24 hours. By the way, feel free to like if you found this interesting at all, so I know if it was a good show or not. And then subscribe so you get notifications about other things that we do. Sometimes we have a bit more of an unusual schedule. I'm still thinking about changing the time for the show eventually if it makes sense. And also, we do have specials sometimes on weekends, either gaming or news related to crypto regulation. And we're having an interview with a guest that I don't know who it is yet on Hashed Out Spotlight on Friday, I believe. So definitely subscribe and check that out. You'll definitely find content you're interested in if you care about crypto at some point. So let's get through these. A lot are actually going down more than 4% today. I'll just do the top 3 for now. Bitcoin SV or BSV is down 5.22% to $37.86. GMX is down 4.64% to $37.43. XEC from eCash is down 4.23% over the last 24 hours. Those are currently the biggest losers, with Sol also being the 4th biggest loser there. Let's look at the biggest winners in the last 24 hours. We have XRP, we talked about. Matic on Polygon that we talked about. AVAX from Avalanche, up 3.32% in the last 24 hours to $9.70. We don't talk about Avalanche very often because they're usually not in the top 5 or bottom 5 in the top 100 cryptocurrencies. They're usually somewhere in between. So we haven't talked about them in weeks. Mina from Mina is up 3.13% to 39 cents to 05. The Trust Wallet token is up 3.06% to 81 cents 48. And ICP is also up 2.78% in the last 24 hours to $3.18. Just gives you a little bit of an idea of what's going on there. But yeah, we don't have a lot in the green today either. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have maybe 20, 25 that are in the green today or will be in the green today before there may be some market change. But the negatives are still, yeah, still a lot of negatives in there. Yeah, most of them. Let's put it that way. Today hasn't been a very good day for crypto overall yet. I say yet because things can change. There has been a 0.02% increase over the last day of the full market cap. So it's not a loss, but it's for a lot of cryptos, it's not a win. They're being sold for other cryptos, it looks like. So that's interesting. Although there has been a little uptake of users, but we're not nearly at the same level we were at, I believe it was Monday, where Bitcoin crossed the 28,000 threshold and everybody lost their minds for a second, which was quite fun. Hi, Hack NFT, nice to have you with us. And Binance user D44D and anonymous user 55,090, nice to have you with us as well. That's it for the show today. We'll hopefully have more updates tomorrow and more things to talk about regarding the especially the SBF court case hopefully there's something that comes out of the evidence tomorrow. They've been debating jurors, debating evidence, laying blame on X, Y, and Z, different random things, but we haven't really gotten into the important issues yet. So we'll see how that goes. Have a great day. See you guys. Have a great Wednesday.